So, how does Aikido work? Aikido is a self-defense martial art, especially armed. It was based off of the samurai days, where sometimes you're in the battlefield, you're without a weapon, but your attacker is. So a lot of times what will happen is, when your attacker is trying to strike at you with the weapon, ideally, they're trying to get this thing done, right? Trying to end the fight with one strike. So a lot of times, back in the day, they strike, they come in with a very big, committed attack, pretty much. Here, whoosh, to end the blow. It's not exactly how it is nowadays, like in boxing or whatever, a lot of trickery, pretty much, where the boxer is coming in, going for the jab, boom, circling around him, boom, whoosh. This kind of fighting is valid, but depending on the right context, of course, right? So in Aikido, our strikes are Sho Menuchi, striking to the top part of the person's head, Yoka Menuchi, striking to the side of the person's head. You have ski. Now a ski, of course, we practice it as if it's a punch, but ideally, no one will punch you like this and then leave the hand out while you do your thing, right? Now, that's not how that works. But what that does exist in is, maybe I have a knife in my hand and I'm coming with a big committed attack. I am trying to use all my force right now to puncture this person's stomach, his intestines. Which, by the way, is not as easy as it sounds. At times, when you're trying to strike, puncture someone's stomach, it requires for you to, again, come in with a committed attack. Really get your body weight into it, get some momentum, and go for it, pretty much. Only then, when that happens, when the person attacks you with a committed attack, that's when Aikido comes into play. And disclaimer, right? Ideally, in real life situations, someone comes with a knife and they're armed, try to avoid the fight. A lot of times what you want to do is, of course, get away, but get away in a smart, strategic manner. If the person is this close to you with an armed weapon and you decide to turn around, give your back, and then run away, here, you're exposing yourself for a strike. So ideally, even when you're trying to get space, you're trying to run away, get into that fighting stance, use your footwork, moving back away from the person, communicate, use your verbal language, hey, get back. And then only when you have enough space between you and your attacker, then it's a smart time to turn your back and run away. Another concept in Aikido is the wrist grabs. We learn how to defend ourselves from wrist grabs. Now, there's a couple scenarios where a person will grab your wrist. One is they're grabbing your wrist to take you somewhere, to kidnap you. Maybe they're trying to take your hand down, that way they can open you up and go a punch. Or you have a weapon in your hand. Now, if you have a weapon in your hand, the resistance of which they're trying to control you is a bit different than if they're pulling you, trying to take you somewhere. If the person is pushing into you, trying to pin your hand down and control your weapon hand, then that's when Aikido comes into play. Again, my name is Darius Wilkinson. I am a 3rd degree black belt in Aikido, traditional Aikido. I also have experience with Jiu-Jitsu. I study underneath the Valente brothers, which is a bit different than the modern day BJJ. It is not just ground grappling, it's much more well-rounded. Real Jiu-Jitsu, I should say, no offense. Real Jiu-Jitsu, you have 5 components, 5 elements. You have your striking element, you have your takedowns, which was judo. Back in the day, jiu-jitsu and judo was the same martial art until they made it into a sport in order to get it sanctioned in Japan, because once upon a time, it was banned to learn martial arts, pretty much. Keep that in mind. You have your judo. You have, of course, your ground grappling, of course. Then you have your surprise attacks, pretty much. Now, a lot of times in a real life situation, you're not gonna have one person over here, the other person over there, the referee says, fight, and then you fight. In a real life situation, often, very, very often, it comes by a surprise, right? Someone's trying to set you up. It comes from an altercation with someone. Try to go for a circle punch, a slap. They're trying to manhandle you. Maybe they also have a weapon in their hand as well. So this element, the surprise attacks, that's when you learn how to have the appropriate reaction. in these kind of situations. And that takes a lot of training to train and program your body to do these certain things. Which is very simple, by the way. And then, of course, last but not least, you have your philosophy. I'll go into that another time. Training in Aikido, that is what helped me to understand what Aikido really was. Because, of course, in Aikido, what I've learned is that the mechanics of it worked, but there is something still missing. No one really gave me the context of the situations, pretty much. In the back of our heads, even though sometimes we're afraid to ask our teachers, when will that ever happen in a real life situation? When will someone ever attack me like this, and like this, and like that? It's almost unrealistic, pretty much. And then a lot of times what you'll get is a lot of advanced students in Aikido trying to fuse Aikido with another martial art, Aikido with Jiu-Jitsu or Muay Thai or whatever, which I'm not saying it's wrong, but I believe that you're missing the point of what the purpose of that martial art is. Nowadays, since every martial art is as a sport, they're thinking is this versus this. But instead of that, Aikido is the study of something. Martial arts are the study of something, just like science. It's not this versus this, it's building blocks, okay? So, my camera's about to die. Welcome to my channel. Stay tuned for more for the progress.